Well, hello, hello. How is everybody doing tonight? Well, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? All right, sounds like I can hear myself. So that is good. It means that audio is working, which has been the thing that I struggle to learn the very most. Hey, Livy Bivy, how are you doing? Well, welcome to IAE 2952. This is one of the biggest events in Star Citizen. It is the International Aerospace Expo. I am doing great. I am excited for our stream tonight because we're going to be checking out the Origin line of ships, which is a very prestigious company. Lots of pretty ships to look at. Let's see. Just gotta. All right, now I'm in the stream room. All right, I think we're ready to get started. So Origin, for those that don't know, which I'm assuming Livy Bivy doesn't know, but Origin is the luxury brand in Star Citizen. So they have all of the most beautiful ships. Yesterday we checked out Drake, which is kind of their polar opposite. Drake is very industrial and stripped back, lots of exposed hardware and mechanical features, and it's very much my kind of ship. But Origin is much more refined and has a lot more sophistication built into it. So this will be pretty cool. And we of course are using the new chair. My viewers have seen this in a couple streams already, but we've got the amazing transformation that occurs where it goes from flight mode back to PC mode, super fast and easy. I've been loving that feature. And yeah, I couldn't be happier. I've got a little bit nicer of a shirt on today. Yesterday I was rocking the American flag, which the bombastic brand like Drake kind of fits, but today we want to be a little more posh, so I've got a nice textured shirt on. And let's see, now I'm in the loading screen, so now I can show you guys what I'm seeing. And we should be waking up at Microtech. And it looks like Lance Vader is on. Gonna have to send him a invite. Lance Vader is the other good sounding voice that we get in our stream sometimes. And then a couple things I should announce. I do have a code going with Monster Tech. They are giving all of my viewers a 5% discount on your order. So if you use code ODDJOB at checkout, you can get 5% off your order. And they've been a really good company to work with. I'm really happy with the products I've gotten from them. And I'm really excited to be able to offer that to my viewers. That's kind of like a big YouTuber thing. I feel like I'm punching up a little bit, being able to offer you guys that. And then I do recently get a new 3D printer, and I will be showing some footage of that in the near future. I'll be doing a full review of the chair and the joystick mounts, and then we've also got a new printer, and I've been loving it. I've actually got it working in the background. It's a Bamboo X1C, and man, that thing is such a game changer. I can just tell it to do jobs and forget about it. I'm not worried about it. I don't have to leave in the middle of the stream to go check on it. With my Ender 5 Plus, which was my first 3D printer, I would be having to get up and go check it, pretty much every hour to make sure that nothing bad happened. And it's such a relief to be able to do other things and not have to worry about that. Let's see. Let's Let's send Lance Vader an invite so that he knows that we're online, and see if we can get him to come get into shenanigans with us. So here we are in Microtech. This is where we left off yesterday, and this is where the expo is. And I'm not too concerned about flying all the big ships. I've flown an 890 and a 600i before. I actually want to fly some of the smaller Origin ships, because things like the 100i and the 300i, I haven't flown those before. So let's see. I'm hearing an echo of myself, so I want to make sure I don't have my audio on. Oh, that was weird. Oh, Lance is in the stream room with me. Maybe that's what I was hearing. I think I was hearing myself through your mic.
Yes.
Hello, Lance. How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. I'm terribly sorry I had my did not have everything all really well configured, but now it's configured and I can talk.
You're all good.
Great. Yeah, I actually just had a game crash. I don't know if you joined my server on me or whatever, but I'm not in it anymore.
Okay, yeah, I did not join on you. You were full.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be waiting until your server has a spot and then joining on you.
Okay.
But I'm watching your stream. Looks like you've made it to New Babbage.
Yes.
And you are on your way to rent some ships, right?
Yeah.
For free. You can get a free 890 jump.
Yeah. So I was actually talking, I think I'm more concerned or more interested in the smaller ships. I know that might kind of be kind of weird.
Yeah,
but
no,
I haven't
totally
flown those.
I mean, the 890 jump, I think everybody needs to fly the 890 jump at least once. Everybody needs to board the 890 jump and explore it at least once. But, once you've done that, it's not actually that much fun to fly, especially when you're by yourself, but you can't man the turrets at the same time, right?
It is a big ship, and it can be kind of challenging, if not aggravating to fly. But when you're the kind of high roller that's flying an 890 jump, you're probably paying someone else to worry about that for you.
Yeah, you got to be part of an org to really make that worth it. I have rented 890 jump at these IAE events and then run it around the verse as a party boat and just gone into general chat, invited people on board just to party and see the views and stuff, and that's been fun. But yeah, the smaller ships are generally more fun to fly than the bigger ships on the Origin line.
Yeah, and the 890 jump, it's definitely one that you want to take the tour with the lights on, which we've been able to do as an org a couple times now. Yeah. But it has such a different vibe compared to when you're in the mission form where all the lights are stuck off.
Yeah, I didn't board the 890 jump here, but I did board the 400i and the lights were on there, which is not always the case with these IAE events. So I was very pleased to see that.
Yeah, that is good to hear. I'm excited. So let's see. Do they have any new shirts here? I see the Aegis shirts. We already checked those out.
You want to pick up an Origin shirt because it's Origin Day?
Yeah, did they have the Origin shirts yesterday? I see that there's a section over here now.
Oh, they did. They've got two different sections, and the sections have different shirts. Yeah, there we go. Origin should be in this one.
Yeah. All right.
There we are. There we are.
Maybe. Let's see. Did I purchase it?
An error has occurred. Oh. Well, if that isn't the most Star Citizen thing ever.
All right. Well, it's a cool looking shirt. Hopefully that isn't an omen for the other things we want to buy / rent.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of acting like all these players are in my party, which is kind of weird to me, because...
Weird. You shouldn't have... Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you should have a marker for every single person on the server at once.
Yeah.
That's kind of unusual.
Make piracy kind of interesting.
Well, it'd be a lot easier to find a player to pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, once they put in the cargo refactor, then piracy will be possible on a whole new level that it's totally not possible right now.
Oh, yeah. I was watching the video where they were talking about how that's going to work, and I'm excited. There's so many features that are so close to introduction. This game is going to be totally different in 3 to 6 months.
A year from now, 2 years from now, it's going to play very differently. Although I'm sure it'll still be recognizable, it will be a very different kind of game. It will play very differently.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like they've still got Drake taking center stage.
Oh, no, they have 2 different halls.
Oh, correct. Is that what it is? I gotta go to the Zenith Hall? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you gotta go to the Zenith Hall. The Apex Hall. And Apex and Zenith mean the same thing. Guys. Stop this. But yeah, Apex and Zenith are 2 different halls, and the Zenith Hall is the one that has all of the Origin ships.
Okay, all right.
They couldn't figure out a way for them to fit in the same hall because, and you'll see why. You'll see why. I mean, the A90 Jump and the Caterpillar they both have to be in the main room. They can't be in any other room.
Yeah, that's not going to leave you a ton of space.
Yeah.
I mean, you can already see the nose of the 890 from the bottom of the stairs.
Yes, exactly. That's it. It cannot fit in any other room.
Oh, man. It is an impressive ship. Every time you see it, it just has an imposing silhouette.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's come over to the far side.
It would be so awesome. Like once you can modify ships to have a modified 890 Jump that's like a battle barge. And
oh
just
yeah.
has a bunch of turrets and firepower and
let's see. Is it I'm trying to remember what those camera controls are. All right, come on. Got to look up my keybinds. Free look. Do you know what I'm talking about, Vader? The you can like move your camera around to like get it higher.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember how to do it.
Let's just go through camera. F4, Z. Okay, you hold Z, and then... Okay.
Oh yeah, holding Z allows you to move the angle, or move the camera around.
I know I've done this before. I used it to take a picture just the other day. This is driving me nuts now. Oh, I think you... Okay. Hey! Now we look like we know what we're doing. Alright, so you have to hold F4. That's the trick.
Hold F4.
And then page up will move the camera up. So now we can get a better look at this 890 Jump. So this is currently one of the largest ships in the game. I think the Reclaimer is a little bit bigger, technically. But the
probably
890
has
jump,
more mass. It's got more decks.
yeah, but the 890 jump is a lot prettier than the Reclaimer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're comparing a luxury cruise liner to a Reclaimer.
Yeah.
A glorified garbage vessel. Yes, it is going to look better.
And it is just the prettiest space yacht ever made. I love seeing it. And it looks like the lights are on, which makes me really happy. Let's see. So let's get the elevator down here.
Elevator going up.
Which I like that they've added these little glowing spots on the ground. It's very Origin, but it's like my car has this, you know, it like shines a light where your feet are going to be.
Yeah, or where your key goes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Vader, going up.
In the nude suit.
Oh, did you disappear?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. We're just having some desync. To me, it looked like you were still on the ground. Okay, so that is one of the main points of egress.
Yeah.
Or ingress, egress. I guess technically it's both,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go
And
in
then,
and out that way.
Here is the exterior docking collars.
This is egress only at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, not getting back in that way. Not without a real big little giant. And then here we have one of the central kind of waiting areas. This is one of the areas where you'll be talking to a lot of your executive level guests. There's some seating areas on either side, and you have literally very large viewing windows in just about every direction.
Lovely lounge.
Let's see. Here we go. So just imagine looking out at the stars like this.
Watching your gunners pop a few pirates out the window.
Take out a few peasants along the way. And then immediately forward of that section, you have the main bridge, which is very Origin in design. You have the captain's chair here in the middle, and a couple co-pilots. And then you're just looking over this super long nose. This ship is just massive. A little holographic map display. And
Yeah.
it looks like we have a little bit of some broken textures here, but this is just storage, right?
Those, I can't remember if it's storage or if those are for ship components.
Oh, you might be right. It might be components.
I know at one point they were ship components, and I don't know if they're keeping that or if they're going to turn that into like personal storage for they might put some storage for weapons and armor there.
Yeah, okay.
For the crew.
This is one of my favorite areas. This is the captain's quarters.
Oh yeah, this is the best room.
Yeah. He's got a very luxurious desk here. And, you know, I really like this kind of modern architecture. I know it's kind of jarring to a lot of people, but I would totally have this desk in real life. I would be very happy with that.
Yeah, that would look very imposing in any office.
Power move.
I don't know if I would like this bed in real life. It's a nice bed. I would like one that size. It's not me.
Yeah, it could be a little cushier. It does look a little thin. But I do like the floating aesthetic. You know, floating beds I think look pretty cool. I think I would do a wood pattern instead of the white that it is, but still a really cool design. And I like how everything just flows into it. You have these angular sweeping panels that merge into the floor, and then they become steps and shelves.
It's very spacious for a spaceship quarters.
And then over here, come on. Okay, little bit of a delay. Private dining room for the captain.
Yeah, where you might be, you might imagine taking us VIP down here for some negotiations.
Make people an offer they can't refuse. That's where this happens.
You're aware not all my ships are origin and make.
Yeah. Have the Kraken pull up in the rearview mirror.
Flanked by a couple of retaliators.
Oh man. I mean, if you've got the cash to get one of these, you probably have one of those too.
Yeah.
And then here we have the more public bar for everybody else. Which each room kind of has its own little theme, but they all work really well together. You know, like you can definitely tell we're in the bar, and it's got some features of it that don't exist anywhere else in the ship, and some different kind of architectural accents that you don't find anywhere else, but it still feels like a cohesive ship. Libby's saying you like the plants. Okay. They've got some pretty cool aquariums too. And I love this sweeping panoramic window that this room has.
Thank you, Libby.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Let's see. Before we go into more of the other areas, let's check out these. All the bedrooms are pretty similar, but very, very cozy accommodations. Definitely a lot more inviting than the Drake lineup that we saw last night.
Yes.
This is actually somewhere you want to spend a lot of time.
You don't really get a better contrast than that.
It is kind of cool that they put them like a day apart. It kind of really works to drive that point home.
No kidding.
We have some more rooms down here. They're very similar to the ones that we just saw upstairs. Each room has its own little aquatic feature. Tucked back behind here, though, we have the spa area, which I really like this waterfall. I think that is such a cool way to keep your hot tub full.
Very classy. Very cool.
And I also like this kind of slate tile that they have in the back here. And then over here, we have a couple steam rooms.
The bottom of the hot tub has that nice little coral effect with the glass bottom.
Oh, does it?
It does. Yeah, you go in, crouch down, put your helmet in the water. Look down there.
Okay, I don't see a whole lot, to be honest.
You don't see the plants and the.
No, I don't see anything.
I'm looking on your camera. It's not showing it. It's weird. Oh, get into the middle.
Okay, do my lights need to be on?
They don't need to. It kind of helps. But you're not seeing it for sure?
Yeah, I just see kind of a blue haze.
That's so weird. Huh.
Is it a graphical setting? Do I need to check those?
I don't know.
I've got very high.
Maybe I do have the female model. Maybe I can see it better because I'm shorter and I'm getting under the surface better. I don't know.
Huh. So bizarre.
I assure you, it is there. It is a little glass bottom with some plants and rocks that look kind of like coral right beneath it.
Let's see, is it?
Oh, there you go. Are you seeing it now?
I can prone, but I still don't see anything. I can see my hands right in front of me.
Don't know why you don't see it. You feel like you should be able to. It's I'm looking at it on mine. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, I will take your word for it.
It's there. The graphics may not be displaying for all users at this moment. We might chalk that up to server problems.
Yeah.
We have the swimming pool is not
this water is totally clear.
Yeah.
Like I can see you over there.
Yeah. And it doesn't have the glass bottom.
But it does have a cool Origin logo.
It does have a cool Origin logo. That's pretty neat.
I just wonder why I can't see the bottom there. Interesting.
The swimming pool is only like 5 feet deep.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a bit small for my taste. You know, if I was buying one of these, I'd probably extend it a little more, get the full Olympic size.
Yeah, get rid of this. Get rid of some of the spa room area, some of the rest of the spa room, and get a bigger swimming pool.
Very nice showers too.
Yeah, gotta have nice showers.
Which, I mean, the nicer you make the showers, the more likely it is that you can actually get people to use them and not be all dirty inside your pool water. So having nice showers is pretty underrated.
Very important.
And let's see, I want to check all of the luxury areas first, and then we can check out the crew areas. I'm trying to remember how we get to the other waiting room. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The other waiting room?
Yeah.
Isn't that a floor below us?
You might be right. So I don't think this elevator goes there though, right? Nope, you can only send it. Okay.
Yeah. You can come. We can use the little elevators over here.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Circular elevators. Hey, Schlag, how you doing? Well, we'll be on for a few hours, so if you do get the chance to join us, we'll still be here.
Foyer bar and dining, hangar access. Yes, that's where we want to go.
Yeah, because you can take your little shuttle, and then you can drop people off.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the engineering.
Yes, and the cargo area, which you wouldn't expect it to have a huge cargo area, but it can actually carry quite a bit for the kind of ship that it is.
Look, all that champagne takes up space.
That it does. Okay, so we've kind of stumbled into the crew area, but this is the galley.
Yeah.
Where you'll be cooking all the food for your guests. You had to do character reset. But having your stuff in New Babbage isn't terrible, because that's where you want to start, right?
Yeah. That's where we are. Yeah, here's the crew lounge. Still nice, noticeably more Spartan with no view to the outside.
Yeah, it's definitely toned down, but still, like, if you're crewing an 890 jump, you don't feel like you're really missing out on a whole lot. You're pretty well taken care of.
Right. Way more privacy than on the 600.
Oh yeah. Well, and especially compared to the Drakes that we were looking at. I mean, we were talking about how the Corsair, you know, it's nice because you get an individual bedroom, but here, I mean, this kind of blows it out of the water.
Firepower.
Yeah.
Living space.
Yeah, we were mathing that out. It's 9,000 DPS sustained in the forward direction, which is kind of insane.
Jeez.
But at the same time, it is very easy to get around the Corsair, and it has massive blind spots where as long as you don't die in that first volley, you can easily take the Corsair out.
Yeah. It's not really meant to be an anti-fighter kind of ship.
Yeah.
I feel like all that firepower is intended to take out medium to large vessels.
Yeah, for sure.
Carry lots of cargo.
Which I really like how they have a basketball hoop in the hangar.
Yeah.
It's kind of corny, but it's just such a great little detail to have in a space like this. And then here at the very front, we have the turret access, which I guess I'll show this off because it is kind of cool. I mean, even the turrets on this ship have to have an entrance. Of course, the turrets are deactivated. You can't shoot inside the expo hall for obvious reasons. But if you're flying an 890 jump, you are a pretty big target, so it makes sense to want to protect yourself.
We go.
What?
I closed the doors.
Okay. Oh, did you get yourself stuck?
I closed the hangar doors.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll open that up now.
It does have two sets of doors, right? Like, you can have the hangar down and close the doors, right?
No, I don't think so. Because all I clicked on was close hangar doors, and this thing went up. So I think that's it. I think in order to play basketball, you have to have the hangar open.
It's so weird. I could have sworn it had a set of doors.
Yeah, me too. I thought so too. But I'm not.
I can see them.
Oh.
I can see the corners of the doors.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you can do that. Great.
So you're not going to space yourself when you play basketball.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need a spacesuit to play basketball. Great. That's good. That's good design.
So this is very small. This is the smallest waiting room, but it still has its own little plant feature. And this is, you know, you've taken your 300i as a shuttle, and your guests are now entering and exiting your ship through this area. So this is how they get on and off if you're having to shuttle them down to the lower air, the planet below.
Or you could go with a pair of 85Xs.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet 2 of them would fit in there.
And it does have a med bay. It's not the most powerful med bay, as we found out yesterday, but it does still let you regen here, so you can kind of cheat the system a little bit. We did an 890 jump mission to get me kitted out for testing out some Drake stuff, and I died, or I got injured.
Uh-huh.
And we tried to heal me up in the bed, and it couldn't heal my tier 1 injury, but I could set my respawn to it, so I just killed myself and came back to it that way.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's an interesting way to cure your injuries there, but it works.
Yep. So now we're in the cargo area, which we didn't come down here before, but it has a glass top to keep everything pressurized while you're using the lift, which you can see is extended right now. It's got the very thematic gravity generator.
Mm-hmm. And some engine access on the sides.
Yes. So these are pretty cool too. I'm a sucker for special effects, and so anytime you put bright, flashy colors, I'm gonna like it.
And there's a lot of those in Origin ships.
Oh yes.
Especially this one.
And I think that there's an escape raft? Have I seen this room before? Oh yeah, I've seen this before. Okay. All right. Well, I think that is everything for the 890, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Shall we go check out the 600i?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's the 600i Touring, which is the one that I had.
Yeah, so you are the perfect one to lead the tour for this one.
Sure. Let's see, if we called the elevator.
Yeah, I called it. It's just it's a really long tube.
Yep. Exit ship.
Which I'm sure you've heard about the redesign that the 600 series will be getting. I'm sure you're excited for that.
You know, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the layout is going to be a lot more streamlined. It sounds like they're moving the modular section of it further back, and so the front and middle section will be more consistent between the different types.
I see.
And they're going to be streamlining it to make more efficient use of the space overall. What I've seen so far, it looks pretty good.
Yes, the 600i Touring variety does not have a cargo bay. Its sole ingress and egress is the forward elevator. You ready?
Yep.
I'm going to go to the top deck first. And this is our access to the bridge, which looks a lot like the 890 jump bridge, only much smaller. Of course, it is a smaller vessel. Both of these co-pilot seats are actually gunner seats, operating remote turrets. And the pilot's seat has access, the pilot has access to some fairly impressive firepower. I think they are 3 size 5 guns and some a fair complement of size 3 missiles. It is not a fighter by any means, but it can take down some fairly large ships because it has all of that firepower. And if you have gunners, they can help deal with any fighters that are sneaking around.
It is actually pretty combat capable given its actual intended purpose.
Surprisingly combat capable for a non-combat ship. There are crew cabins, or these are not crew cabins. These are VIP cabins in the 600i Touring. Each one has its own bathroom, private bathroom, a double bed, and a nice little sitting desk as well. Some little a spot for your suits to hang. There we go. There are 4 of these VIP rooms, mostly identical, except sometimes the layout is flipped
Yeah.
to fit them in better. The rear segment of this floor has there's a crew access through here for their arsenal. Any spacesuits that you need will be here, as well as any weapons that you need to do your safari. Those will be here. So when you're taking a VIP out to a distant planet to hunt some, space elephant that only lives on the Space Africa planet, your space elephant gun will be in here.
Yeah. Which we, aside from the space elephants, we did do a 600i safari as an org, and you should check out that video if you're watching.
Space elephants have not yet been implemented, but once they start putting in monsters and alien fauna, I think that'll be a lot of fun. This is the bar. Of course, you have to have a fully stocked wet bar. It's make sure your bartender is wearing pants, because they can see directly up underneath the bartender.
Yeah, this is the most egregious sin of the 600i, and I hope that they fix this with the rework.
That is the most awkward decision that I have seen on this entire ship. There are a couple of other awkward decisions as well.
But that one really takes the cake.
That one is really awkward. Of all the places to put a little view window, that is the most likely to cause an HR violation.
Oh yeah, that's some. Yeah.
We've got the lounge here. We've got a nice little game table or coffee table, and you can sit. Let's see, is sitting here implemented? I keep on. It's not really.
But in theory, you can, and then you have this great panoramic view.
Take your tea. You have the nice little, practically panoramic view of whatever beautiful space vista you're taking in today. You can watch the rear turret gunner blow up those pirate buccaneers. Downstairs we have the billiards table and the television. I don't know why there's not like a couch here. It seems like that would offer more seating.
Yeah, agreed. And honestly, kind of a small screen too.
Yeah, kind of a small screen. Like you could put that screen a little further back, it seems. Put it back here. This does not need to be... I don't know, I guess you need a spot for people to walk on by when people are watching.
Yeah. All things that I'm sure they're going to address in the rework. It sounds like Schlag is posting up some pictures, so you'll have to check those out after we do our tour.
Yeah. We've got engineering access on the side with some blinky lights. Yeah. All of the components are here, engineering panels.
Yeah.
Cord management is a thing.
Yeah, it is decidedly a little less refined compared to the later Origin ships that would come out.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, this was the first big luxury ship that they were doing, so it is a testament to how much they've learned over the years about ship design and layout.
Is it the first?
Well, it was the first of the luxury ships that was large like this, right?
Before that, but I could be wrong.
think the 890 came out after.
Okay. Yeah, so you got your galley for the staff to prepare meals, and you've got the table for your guests to eat them. Or when they're not using it, I suppose the staff would use it because there's not a lot of other serving tables here. Unfortunately, in order to get to the rest of this floor, we need to get all the way out and we need to go back to the armory area.
Which, what we're doing now is one of the things that they're really trying to fix with the rework. They want to make it so that you can more easily access the different areas you want to visit.
Yeah.
So, taking the roundabout route shouldn't be required in the future.
Right. Although, to be fair, it is, let's say, like going from crew areas to guest areas is not necessarily going to be convenient, right? They're supposed to be kind of, the crew are kind of supposed to be seen and heard only when they are doing something.
Yeah, and you
so
do
here's
want
the crew
to...
quarters. With the second most questionable design decision in this whole ship, all of these crew quarters are just open. There is no privacy here at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think this is a very large area, and they could easily be partitioned off to make some short or some really small private quarters. There are also extra what are they? Life pods here.
Yeah. Now, see, I disagree. I think the solution to the crew quarters is you actually take these mattresses and push them all to the middle, and then you have a slumber party.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that. You could. That is a decision you can decide to do.
How to be the least popular person on the ship in 3 steps.
The bathrooms, there are 2 bathrooms, essentially identical, mirroring each other. These are nice bathrooms, considering that they are for the staff and they're not for guests. Origin does, they may not respect the privacy of the staff here, but they are at least giving them a good set of amenities.
Yeah.
2 bathrooms for 4 staff members, or even 8, is pretty good.
Yep. Definitely been in worse situations in real life.
Yeah. And then we get to go through this waiting area to the best part of the ship. This is the lovely waiting area. Not to disparage it at all. It's a nice little lounge.
Yeah. And here it does make sense to have a glass floor.
Yes, this is a fine spot to put a glass floor or glass anything else. It is a lounge. The people here are lounging, not working, and the glass floor is not going up into anyone's legs. Then we get to the best part of the ship. Still not as good as the one in the 890 jump, but still very, very cool. The captain's quarters.
And this bed does look a little more comfortable.
This bed looks comfy. I would be very happy to have that bed.
And you can tell they got those memory foam pillows that are a little more firm in shape, which, I'm a side sleeper. I need that extra support.
Mm-hmm. And there's a nice little plant feature here on the side. Nice little desk with your books and your working computer, and a private bathroom just for the captain. This ship has more bathrooms than any other ship I am aware of, especially considering the number of crew that are and people that are going to be on it. There's 1 bathroom in each of the 4 private rooms, 1 for the captain and 2 for the crew. So that's 7 bathrooms on the 600i touring.
That is actually quite a lot.
That's a lot.
The crazy thing is, I think the crew bathrooms are a little bigger than the captain's bathroom.
They're bigger, but they're not nicer. Look at this bathroom. It's nice.
It is definitely a step up in materials, but I don't know that I like the idea of possibly having my feet wet while I'm using the commode from my recent shower.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. a luxury ship is not exactly the best place for a shoilet, especially on the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
We'll call that the third most questionable decision, though, because it is definitely got to take third after those other two questionable decisions we talked about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the 600i. That's the whole ship. You've seen all of it. It has. It's got some pretty big guns for the main guy, and it's got two remote turrets. So it's fairly well provisioned for in a fight. Surprisingly effective against AI fighters and stuff like that.
It's a pretty fun ship.
I totally thought when we first did it that the really hard bounties would take us down, but the 600i performed very well.
Yeah, it holds its own.
Oh, we can't get out of this one. Out from this one. We have to exit from the other elevator. Don't know what's called. Okay. This one.
Ah.
Only this one leads to outside. I am not entirely sure why. That might be our fourth questionable decision here.
Yeah, more points of egress.
But yeah, I mean, but it's not like they got to have fire exits on a spaceship. The fire exits are the life pods, and those exist in other spots. So as long as those work and they get you outside.
Let's see. So I imagine the 400i is off to one of the sides, right?
Yes, there is one side that has there's only one side that has anything. I'm gonna get a drink of water for my character, and I believe that it is the side you're going to.
Okay, so we'll check out the 100 series, and it's actually a good point that you're making, because my character is thirsty as well. Might have to get me a drink of water.
Well, like in real life?
Yeah. Who'd have thought, right?
Oh. That's really cool if they make those too.
Let's see. Are you having issues buying water?
Yes, I am.
Well, I guess I wasn't that thirsty. Okay, let's see what's Schlag saying here. So, fun fact: the 890 jump sold out on the pledge store within the first minute of Origin Showcase today. I literally logged into the store at the top of the hour, and they were already sold out. Probably sold out in the first 30 seconds. You know, I don't doubt it. I've seen some very bold claims about. I think Board Gamer was talking about it. He was saying like $86 million in funding this year, which is astronomical. I will drink later, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah. Well, if it comes to it,
we can use one of the med beds to refill that way here at the station.
We can always, use a med bed to refill that way. So yeah, I love the 100i as a starter. It is one of the starters that I recommend. It's not really much better than the other starters, but it's just so stylish and cool.
Yeah, I actually have not been inside one of these yet. But
you haven't?
This is a really cool little storage area. It's big enough to carry mission boxes, which is all you really need for a starter ship. Yeah,
you can easily stick 8 or 10 of them. I mean, it's supposed to carry like 3 SCU, but you can get at least 1.5 SCU in those 8 SCU boxes stacked in there pretty easily, without doing any fancy or difficult stacking work.
That is an impressive view window. This is
The
very
window
open.
is great. Yep. And they fly so snappy. They have incredible acceleration. So when you get into these, it's pushing like 9 forward Gs without even breaking a sweat. It's got a nice little bed. It's got great access to the components. It doesn't have extremely good firepower, but it's got decent firepower for a starter ship. At least the 125A does.
Yeah, I'm having issues renting these too, so that might be a challenge for our later plans.
Oh yeah, this server doesn't seem to be renting them out. That's weird.
So
I was able to rent some of these ships earlier.
Okay. Well, we might have to use your stock then.
Okay.
And I think the breakdown here is you have the cheapest one, which is just kind of the general purpose, right? And then you have a speedy boy and more of a combat-focused one. Is that...
Yeah, the 100i is the basic boy. The 125 is the fighty boy. And I think 135 is the exploration guy.
Ah, okay. So not really faster, just maybe longer range?
Is a courier. It's got... the little marketing blurb is like... sounds like it's for speed, but it's not a racing ship.
Yeah.
It is not a racing ship. It's more of an exploration vessel.
Okay. Yeah, very cool starter ships. I like
They're
those.
very cool. And you can do all kinds of missions in them. You can do light fighting. You can do any kind of box mission. You can, you can't put a vehicle in them, but you're gonna have to get something much bigger for that.
Yeah. But it's a good ship to get your feet wet and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
If you really want to carry a vehicle, it turns out that the Drake Cutter is a really good option too.
Yes, I saw that. The Cutter can hold an ROC in the back. Barely.
Just barely. It can carry some of the hover options a little better, so those might be a little better for you. But the thing that I really like about the Cutter, it's coming in at $45, so it's one of the cheaper ones, but it's got a lot of utility for a starter ship.
It does have a lot of utility, although you should know that the Mustang Alpha got a whole lot of utility added to it in a recent patch.
Oh, really?
Yes, the Mustang Alpha has a cargo box that descends onto the ground when you look up at it, and that cargo box you can now enter it and put in you can put boxes into it, and they will get where you're going. You can put personal inventory into the ship.
Okay.
It's a little buggy when you stack boxes inside of it, but it works, and it'll carry mission boxes. So now the Mustang Alpha can carry mission boxes. Only the Alpha, not the other Mustangs.
That is good to hear, though, because in the starter lineup, it was kind of a joke because it was so limited.
Yeah. Absolutely, it was very bad, and my first recommendation, my first review video on it was like, don't buy this ship because you can't do half of the starter missions.
Yeah,
because it's all, if they involve a mission box of any kind or any kind of delivery, you're hosed. You're out of luck. You can't do it. And the Mustang variants, I want to like them. But like the Mustang Beta is useless.
Yeah.
It looks so cool, and just it's such like a neat little camper vehicle, but you can't do anything with it. The
Yeah,
only thing,
it's a really hard sell.
yeah, yeah.
So this 300i that we're on, this was their first kind of foray into the aesthetic microtransactions. When you buy a 300i on the website, you can kit it out with all kinds of different trim packages, just like you were kitting out a car in real life. So that's kind of cool. And you can you do that in game now, or is that still microtransaction only? Okay.
I believe you will be able to at some point.
Okay. But the 300i is pretty on par with something like an Avenger Titan, if the Avenger Titan wore a tuxedo.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. And the whole 300 series is very similar to the Avenger series wearing tuxedos.
Yep.
We've got the 315P, which is definitely an exploration vessel.
And I really like the rework of the 300 series. It looks so sleek now.
They've always looked good, but yeah, they look better now.
So we've got the basic and the exploration over here, and then on this other side, we've got the Speedy Boy and the Fighty Boy.
Yep. Speedy Boy on the left, Fighty Boy on the right.
I don't think I'll get inside them. There's nothing really too different about them. It's the same interior.
No. The most different parts are the parts that you can see.
Yeah, the outside. But very, very cool, competent ships, and very stylish.
It is worth noting that they do have slightly different hard points, and right now, the 325A has the best hard points of them all. Pretty unambiguously.
Yeah.
And then we've got the 400.
And it has a dedicated storage area here for your hover bike, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think it looks very reminiscent of a Sith scimitar from the Phantom Menace.
What? It does. It does. Only it's like if Padme Amidala had one made for herself, you know?
And slapped a nose on the front.
Yeah.
Like a literal pair of nostrils on the front. But very cool ship nonetheless. It's just I just can't get over the nose. It makes me laugh every time I see it.
Nose on the nose. It's pretty on the nose. Ha!
Of course, we've got our gravity ball generator there.
Gravity ball, your docking collar, and personal storage.
And having learned from limited egress on other ships, this one actually has quite a few points of entry, which is actually pretty nice.
Yeah. We've got life pods and cargo access back here. And engineering in the middle.
And compared to the 600i that we were just on, you can kind of see that they've refined their style a little bit more, and things are a little better cable managed and tucked away when not needed.
Yes. On the other hand, you can tell this is definitely the peasant yacht, because in order to get to the second deck, I mean, there's a ladder here. There's also an elevator, but there's a ladder.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm not mad about that because with how many times you're likely to have issues with elevators in the game, I would always want to have the ladder option. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it is
the crew quarters still cozy, but little bit more private than the 600i, but you are still open to your bunkmates.
Yeah, but there's only one other bunkmate this time.
Yeah, so it's not nearly as awkward.
Yeah, sharing a giant room with 3 other people just seems a bit awkward to me. Captain's quarters has a nice little office and a nice little bed. Not really that much better than the crew quarters, but you don't want it to be that much better than the crew quarters when there's so few of you.
Yeah.
You don't want you don't want them getting too jealous of you when there's only 3 of you on your ship and they outnumber you.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Yeah. I like to imagine that in the future we'll be able to turn this holo table into a 6-sided pool table when it's not in use as a holo map.
Yeah, that would be cool. Nice little bathroom here.
And we're starting to see a theme with all the multi-crew Origin ships. We've got 3 chairs in the bridge, with the pilot taking the center console.
Yep.
And again, very nice panoramic views.
400i does not have nearly the forward-facing firepower of the 600, but it does boast very fast engines, and the turret gunners can definitely make a big difference if you're going to take it into a combat situation.
Pretty fun ship overall, and it does have a little cargo area back here. And your life pods. And Schlog had a suggestion. We might try to refill the water in the 890J. That might be a little faster than going to the hospital.
Oh yeah, that would be faster than going to the hospital, yes. That's the med bed I was talking about.
Ah, okay. Do they have anything in the bottom floor?
The bottom floor?
Yeah, where they usually have like the holo tables.
Oh,
they do. Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll have to stop there. Looks like they've got the 85X, the M50, and the ground vehicles on display there. I wish I had this much energy in real life to just run at breakneck speed everywhere I want to go.
I know, right?
So do you think that... I'm sure the M50 is probably going to get a rework at some point.
Possibly.
Just to bring it more in line with the rest of the Origin aesthetic.
I don't know. It's supposed to be a bit different.
Think so?
Yeah.
It is a very fun ship nonetheless. It definitely lives up to the Interceptor name. It's very fast, very agile, but not a ton of firepower.
It is in fact a racing ship that they put guns on.
Yeah. And it does have very big engines relative to its size. Those are pretty cool to look at.
Yes.
And let's
The
see over
only ship
here.
with more engine to size ratio is probably the Buccaneer, and those are filthy peasant engines that don't get nearly as much power. So,
Oh, well, don't forget the Herald.
yeah, that's true. The Herald is also a lot of filthy peasant engine.
And the 85X, this is a side-by-side, right?
Yep.
So
So
this,
you can actually put two people in here.
which this might be a pretty good option if you're trying to do a single-passenger space Uber.
Yes, I feel like this would be the space taxi of choice for, by default.
The only change that I'd probably make in that case is if there was a way to make it so that you can't give any access to the co-pilot or kind of take their controls away from them.
I don't think the co-pilot has any controls on this one. Yeah, the 85X is surprisingly good at fighting because it's just so small and nimble.
Hard to
Not a
hit.
ton of firepower, but better than you'd think. And then, oh yeah, we got some hollow displays of the G12A.
The long-awaited Origin ground vehicle.
Yeah, the Origin mobile rocket launcher. And what is this one? The Origin X1.
Another one we've been waiting quite a while for. And this is specifically the hover bike that is intended to fit inside the 400i.
That is cute. That is super cute.
It's you can see down here you've got the legs of your pilot here. It's very reminiscent of those kinds of high speed or land speed record style bikes that you see cyclists using, with the pod built around the body and then they throw some pedals on it.
Yep. And a gun.
Yeah.
Gotta have a gun.
A little bit of a different racing style, that's true. That might make the Tour de France a lot more interesting to watch, though. Maybe they should consider that. They could do paintball, right? Paintball would be safe.
Yeah.
Then instead of a steroid controversy, they can have paintball controversies.
Alright, I'm going to get onto the 890 jump to refill my thirst meter.
Yeah, both of our characters have been smacking their lips for the past 5 minutes. Every time I look over at yours is doing the lemon head face. Let's see.
Boy, this guy's got a Rudolph helmet.
Yeah. Fancy. Okay, go up.
Is it not going up?
I think it is now. It's just very slow. Is it always this slow?
Boy, you were not kidding. It is going slow. Oh, is it killing me? Nope.
Okay.
Did not kill me. It killed this guy.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, I did not make it in there with you. It, ping-ponged me out. So I'll
Yeah,
take the
okay.
people elevator.
That's really dangerous.
But hey, I'm glad I didn't get squished like that guy.
Yeah.
I'm definitely better off.
And I'm not all the way up in the. Now it's very slowly going up. You might beat me there.
I think as long as I don't get lost, I think I indeed will.
Getting lost is a very real possibility on this ship.
Yeah, it's big enough. The layout makes sense once you have been on it a couple times, but it's just a lot to have to commit to memory for something you don't see all the time.
Oh yeah, that's
Love
the
having that
battle
water
bridge.
beamed into me. Okay. And you're still making your way here.
Yeah, I got lost.
Ah, okay. Well,
I,
don't
I
mind me.
took the
I'll
wrong
be here
one
waiting for you.
and went into the crew quarters. There you are. Hi. Go. Generation transfer imprint. I love that you can do that.
Just spawn back here in the expo hall.
Yep.
It definitely came in handy for us the other day. Or yesterday.
Yeah, when you were on the jump mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people elevator is definitely a lot faster than the cargo elevator.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, makes sense. You're not really supposed to be using the cargo lift to get on yourself.
No, certainly not in any kind of fast emergency transport kind of way.
Well, let's see. So as Cook, as the 890J is when you initially see it, it's so much more obnoxious to use compared to the Carrack.
Yeah, the Carrack is a lot more simply designed. Here we are, people elevator.
Yeah, there's not as much of a divide between crew and passengers on the Carrack.
Yeah, well, it's not meant for high-end VIP transportation.
Yeah.
and therefore is less annoying to use.
Yeah, everybody's the same status there.
Yep. The captain gets a little more privacy and his own office, and that's about it.
Man, you really forget how big the 890 jump is, and then you stand by its landing skid, and the front skid is as big as my Scorpius.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a massive ship.
Then you know it's a triangular ship, but you really start to get those kinds of fisheye distortion effects when you're standing at the front. It just looks like it goes on for miles. Really cool ship. Okay, so as cool as the 890J is when you initially see it, it's so much more... Okay, all right, now I kind of understand what you're saying. Though I think it is safe to say that the cook does have an easier time of getting food to to the people in the Carrack compared to the 890J, because all the people eating are all crew as well.
Right on.
Right, so here is a questionable design choice. I don't know that it's the best idea to have this kind of moving graphic next to your stairs like this.
Giant ramp right down the middle.
Yeah.
Where everyone can slide down.
Well, and it just seems like in the real world, you're going to make someone motion sick, they're going to fall, and then they're going to sue.
Yeah. I'm guessing in Stanton, the laws of a lawsuit like that would be seen as frivolous.
Yeah. Well, when you got Drake around, there's so many other things to sue for, right?
Yeah.
So Origin had a pretty cool display today. Got to check all of those out, and now I'm thinking we should get into the mix with some of the smaller ships. How's that sound?
That sounds good. I'll see if I don't know if I was able to. I guess it doesn't matter which way we go. Oh, that one's. Yeah, we'll see what we got available. I know I rented the. I wanted to try out the cutter.
Okay.
See how that flies. Maybe review that for my own channel, and then I wanted to. And then I rented out the 400i. That's not our stop.
Oh. Catch.
Doors are now closing.
I think this is the Commons.
Do you know if you have a 300 or a 100?
I might have rented the. I think I rented the 325A.
Okay.
And maybe the 125.
Because I've got a cutter too, so to simplify calling them out, I could call out a cutter for you, and then I could fly one of the Origin ones, and you call that one for me.
Yeah. Oh, Schlag got dragged into watching a movie that he has no interest in. Oh no. Poor Schlag.
What movie are you watching? Please tell me it's a Hallmark movie. Those are in full force right now.
Yes, it is Hallmark movie season.
My parents are really big on those. I can't get over them. It's just it's the same movie every time.
Yeah.
Disenchanted. Oh, that's the sequel to Enchanted, right?
Oh, that looked good. I loved Enchanted.
I remember Enchanted being really good. I can definitely see the argument that the sequel won't be good, but
Yes,
but the kids
but
and wife
Amy Adams is
insisted.
in it, so it can't be that bad.
I, I just can't look at that actor the same way since he was in Transformers and he was kind of a jerk in that movie. Every time I see him, I just see Shia LaBeouf smacking him with a piece of concrete now.
Oh no.
Do you know what scene I'm talking about?
No, I didn't see that, but he did great as Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Cyclops in the X-Men movies.
Is Oh, no. Okay, you're thinking of the guy who plays the Knight. I'm thinking of Dr. McDreamy is also in that movie, isn't he?
Dr. McDreamy.
Yeah, you know from Grey's Anatomy, there's Dr. McDreamy.
Nope, I've never seen Grey's Anatomy.
Oh shoot, what is his name?
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your insurance vehicle selected.
All right, I got the 125, I got the 325, I got the 400.
Your vehicle has been moved to the following location.
Let's do the 125 to start.
Of course, I got the 890 jump
Okay.
because
So-
you gotta have the 890 jump.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, you wanted to start with the 125?
Yeah.
Great, excellent choice, sir.
And then your cutter is waiting for you in Hangar 4.
Hangar 4 for me, and for you, I will let you know as soon as it pops up. It is taking a little while to retrieve your vehicle. Hangar 2.
Hangar 2. Okay.
It is a busy day for the NBIS terminal here.
Especially in this economy, right, Schlag? He's saying just don't pay to refuel the 890J. Do insurance claims it's cheaper. That's
really
unfortunately always been the case for the 890J, but with the recent increase on gas prices, man, both in real life and in the game. And we, of course, have the amazing transforming chair.
Mm-hmm. The yeah, the car has a chair that moves too. So there.
Okay, so are you at the cutter now?
Yes.
Can you request the doors for me?
Oh, I did.
The doors are closed.
Thank you, and please visit again.
I'm hailing the spaceport. Oh, they're too busy telling me that I'm blocking an active flight bay.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, they just said I'm clear to launch. By which they mean you are clear to launch. Boom.
Oh, I like this. It does fly
Isn't
really
it nice?
nice. The engines sound good too. Drake ships sound really clunky and very thematic that way, but Origin ships, on the other hand, sound very, very powerful in a refined kind of way. Very
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah, you are getting out of Atmo way faster than I am.
I hope you're not feeling cheated.
I am not. I'm in the cutter, and the cutter is not supposed to be the 100i. It's supposed to be the cutter.
And you know, it might
I
not
would feel good if we
compare.
were trading these ships, though.
It might not compare end to end with a 100i, but it is still a really good option for newer players getting into the game.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I get 4.8 Gs going forward in this thing.
Let's see. 11 point. Looks like 9 Gs consistently.
Yeah, I can get about 5.5 going in 3 directions.
If I do boost, I can get it up to 18.
Yeah, it's snappy. It's fast.
It's a really cool ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this huge view that I have. There's very little blocking my view.
Yeah. I got 2 little Bulldog repeaters.
Let's see. So pitching, pretty fast pitch rate. Yawing is really fast, actually. Roll is very snappy, too. With boost, go decoupled, then use upside and forward thrusters. So Schlag has been getting a lot of practice time with advanced combat maneuvers. I am not a amazing pilot, but let's see. I know I mapped decoupled to something.
Yeah, if I boost, I can get like 8 Gs out of this thing.
So it should be... Okay. Alright, so up, side, and forward. So, let's see. Up, side, and forward. Yes, you can indeed hit 21 Gs. Dang.
Yep. With my my SCM speed is 158 in the cutter. Yours is probably much higher.
Oh, yeah. see, what is my SCM speed?
Oh no! Oh no! I figured out a way to get 10.4 Gs.
There you go.
Now
Looks-
we're rocking. Yeah, if I'm doing 3 directions all at once.
We're throwing a pretty cool jet stream there. It's kind of a gold color.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the jet stream is cool. What makes it cool is the fact that it's burning dirty fuel, but you know, it's cool.
Rolling coal, right?
Yeah, it's lignite coal, so it's not even the clean variety.
Let's see. Do you think we can take on some low-tier bounties? What do you think?
Oh yeah, we could take on some low tier bounties for sure.
Let's start off with a LRT.
Okay. You want to pick that up and send it to me, or do you want me to pick that up?
It's already sent.
Oh, left back into accept. Boom.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I gotta remember to get my call to arms.
Yes. Yeah, definitely want to make sure you're getting that extra payday.
Just in case I accidentally shoot something down in this vehicle.
Let's see. Right. Dang it. It's 870 away. Let's see. There's got to be something we can do to get closer. Go to OM marker 1. That should get us a little closer. Not by much, though.
You know what I usually do when it doesn't have a waypoint nearby?
What's that?
I get another mission.
Might be better, huh?
It's faster.
All right. Point taken. Let's see. We can do a VLRT.
Yeah.
That might be more our speed right now. This one's planet side as well, it looks like. But it looks like it's close to the Microtech data center.
Which Microtech data center?
KH3AAEL.
Great.
Let's see. I'm going to pop into it and see how close that gets me. And... Okay, and we might end up doing this one instead. R2 Lillard should have a marker.
I can't see the marker for the mission, so
Oh, okay.
I am blind.
Okay, so go to MT Data Center KVX J88J.
KVXJ.
I'm about to jump there, so you should be able to jump to me. That might be a little easier to find.
AHJ.
Hey, can you see my waypoint?
Yes.
Oh, this does have missiles. Okay, cool.
don't know if I'm going to be particularly useful, but I do have, I am another target they can shoot at, so that's always good.
And always share the love, right?
Yep.
See, with it being a Drake ship, I'm surprised they didn't just try to slap a size 5 on it. You know, I mean,
No,
there's
right?
space for it.
You're not the sort of company to let little things like "that's unsafe" or "there's no energy for it" and
Or
to
the
stop them.
recoil will literally throw it out of the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to let that stop them.
There is actually quite the cadre of ships here.
Yeah, I am not. I am like 20 kilometers behind you. Or 15, at least. And where did you go? Okay, there you are. Okay, I am catching up. You must not be going that fast.
No, I'm here in the engagement zone.
Oh.
Let's see. Send power to shields. Need to recharge. Those come back real fast. Okay, took out an eclipse.
Took out the shields on the Mustang Delta.
See if I can help you clean them up. There we go. Nice.
Are?
Look at us.
We're like working together and everything. Oh crap! I crashed into it. Well, yeah, I crashed into that Aurora, and I didn't really do much because I'm in a Drake ship.
Not much visible damage. It kind of just looked like that before.
It's hard to tell if there was damage or not, honestly. I don't know if I blew him up or if he crashed, but he's gone.
I just took him out. Okay.
Oh,
And it looks like all of my paint's still looking good. So yeah, we did pretty good there. Let's see. The Cutter is kind of a deviation from standard Drake. Has armor and less guns. For reference, Cutter has 18,000 HP. Your 125 has 4,450. Yeah. Okay. Aurora has 6k HP. Yeah. So
yeah. Do not get hit where you don't have shields.
yeah. Very very delicate. Well, should we go swap out for a 300 series?
Sure. Yeah.
We can take on another bounty mission. Let's see. Do we want to go back to the spaceport for that, or do we want to go to like Port Tressler?
Yeah, we could go into Port Tressler. That would probably be faster.
Still got all these waypoints from all the other players on the server, so it's kind of a mess being able to pick it out myself. Okay, so we are did let me plot a course. But this is a really fun ship. I like this.
Yep.
Might just have to pick one up for funsies.
Yeah, it's a fantastic personal transport, and they fit on the tiny pads that you call ground vehicles up from.
Okay. So would this fit inside the Carrack?
The 125? Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
So that could be a really fun snub option. Like instead of the Pisces, have one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Will the 300 fit?
I don't think a 300 will fit.
Okay.
Okay, where the heck? Where the heck am I going?
Thank. Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Schlag says the 300 will not fit. Okay.
Yep.
That would be cool, but I understand why. Make the Carrack a little more OP than it already is.
Oh, there we are.
Look at that. That is pretty darn centered. That is a really cool starter ship. I'm sold on it now. I don't know that I would necessarily pay for it with real money as my starter ship, but it is a really fun ship to get in game.
Right. If you're going to get a starter ship, it doesn't cost that much more than the Aurora or the Pisces or the Mustang, and it is I feel like it's a lot more fun to fly than most of those ships. All of the ships, actually. The Mustang Alpha is pretty fun to fly. Out of all of the base cost starter ships, I think that one's probably the best still.
Mm-hmm. Though for let's see, that does that one come in at 45 and then the Avenger is 60?
Yeah, I think the Avenger is like $15 more.
Okay.
And then the 100 is probably on about the same level of cost as the Avenger, maybe a little lower, maybe like $5 or $10 less. I can't remember. It's definitely not as much ship as the Avenger.
Yeah, I think you're still pretty tough to beat the Avenger from a bang for buck perspective, just because it does have as much firepower as it does, and the 8 SCU of cargo. I mean, it's a really good ship for the price.
It's a very good starter ship, no doubt about that.
And the Cutter is a pretty close competitor, I would say, in that it can do most of those things, but it doesn't have the same firepower. So if you're interested in combat, I think the Avenger might still be the way to go there.
The Cutter?
Yeah, the Cutter.
not really compete. I think the Cutter is competing with the Aurora, honestly.
Yeah. And
It's
compared
not
to the
competing.
Aurora, I think it's probably definitely the better option.
Yeah, it's a pretty good option compared to the Aurora. Um, I would say not very good compared to the Mustang Alpha or the 100i, 125, the 100 series in general. But it's a solid starter ship.
Yeah. Let's see. Do they sell anything here?
Clean my Buccaneer.
Quality medicines that you need at a price.
INSOC vehicle retrieval system.
So as far as flying the Cutter, I think it's kind of reminiscent of like a Bumblebee, is what we were saying last night.
Where you don't really know how it can theoretically fly, but it does anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Somehow it's getting around. And the shape seems to kind of suggest that kind of thing to it, where it kind of looks like it kind of lumbers along.
It handles exactly the way it looks. It is not billing itself as anything other than what it is, which is an ungraceful and lumbering starter ship.
Yeah. So I mentioned this on stream a little earlier, but I recently got a Bamboo X1C printer. And I just got the notification telling me that a project that I've been printing is done.
Cool.
And I just want to emphasize that the entire time I've been streaming, it's been doing its thing. I haven't had to go check on it or worry about it or, you know, have that thought in the back of my mind of like, oh man, is it going to mess up? Is it going to have a glitch? Is the print going to turn out okay? Which I'm so used to worrying about with my other printer. And I just wait for the notification to tell me that it's done. It happens a lot sooner than I think it's going to happen all the time because it prints so fast. And I just don't have to worry about it anymore. It's a great printer.
Cool. What kind of printer is that again?
The Bamboo X1C.
Bamboo X1C.
So it's going to run you... The one that I got was $1,500 because I got the one that comes with the automatic material switcher system. And I would say that it's a well worth it kind of upgrade because I also got some additional cooling fans built into it that way, as well as a time-lapse camera, which I use all the time. I love watching the time lapses that it does. And it can automatically change between 4 different rolls that you put into the filament mixer.
Cool.
So you can do multicolor prints or multi-material prints. And it's amazingly reliable. I've printed tons of stuff on it, and I've only had 2 failures so far, but they were both because I did something stupid.
Ah,
So, pretty hard to
Okay,
fault it for any of that.
I'm retrieving the 325A.
Okay?
It's in Hangar 2. And
Hangar
I'm gonna
2.
go. I'm gonna go transfer my imprint to the clinic on here.
Well, I'll get some distance from the station so that you can call out the next ship you want to pull. It sounded like you were wanting to do a buck, right?
Yeah. I think I'll do the Buccaneer. Oh, we get to to compare the Origin fighter with the Drake fighter.
Yeah. So again, this ship is an Avenger Titan in a tuxedo.
Yes, basically. It has slightly larger side guns, I believe. They are one size larger than the Avenger Titan's side guns.
Clearance claim has been sent. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Whoa!
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
I wasn't able to get away soon enough, so it pulled me back here with you.
Oops. Sorry.
All good.
It says the 125 is in Hangar 3 now.
The 125?
Oh, yeah. Okay, the 125 is in Hangar 3. That's the one that you parked. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I messed that up. Okay.
The Excel will retrieve. Reclaim zone. Left vehicle. Re-impact.
All right. Taking the. Sorry, I'm not used to these problems. Okay, Hangar 2 once again.
Okay.
I paid the fine.
Sorry about that.
That's my fault just as much as yours.
All right, so I'll tell you once I'm away from the station.
Yeah. Actually, with how fast these elevators go, I can just go to Hangar 2. And watch you take off.
Yes. Come on. Where? There we go. Sometimes it's a little tricky finding the button to sit down.
Yeah. Hailing Port Tressler. There we go.
Take landing gear up. Okay, and I'll jump over to orbital marker 1 so that I'm for sure out of range.
Right.
Okay, you should be good.
Vehicle has been delivered.
Okay, so I've got a Revenant Gatling and then 2 M5As.
Yep.
And they have a very efficient use of the MFD layout. I can see everything that I want. It's great. Unfortunately, that's more than I can say for the Scorpius at the moment. The Scorpius only has 2 visible MFDs, and that can be kind of troublesome when you're doing combat.
All right.
Alright, so do you think we can take on an HRT? Think we're up for that?
Probably. We can try.
Okay,
I'm not
Marketech.
a particularly good fighter pilot, but
No, nor am I, but let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get into. That one's okay. That one doesn't have a marker. Let's find something else.
Thank you. Please visit here.
Okay, this is an MRT, but it has a direct route, so that'll be a little faster.
Okay.
So sharing that one.
Got it. Accepted. New objective. Subdue bounty. All right. So where's this one located? I'm getting no marker for it.
Oh, sorry, the Necropolis.
The Necropolis. Hmm.
And I am near there now, so it's easier to jump to me. You have that option again.
See, is it telling me where you are? Okay, it's not really giving me a marker for you.
So I went to OM1, and then it was like pretty close to just below that. See if I can see where you're at.
So I'm 3.
So I can see you're 880 away from me right now.
So I'm 6. So one's on the other side.
So I think if you look towards the north pole of Microtech, you should see the Necropolis over there. Like if you're looking at the what was this called, the navigation mode map when you hit F2, skyline.
Yeah, there it is. I found it.
Okay.
It's weird that it didn't complete the other mission for me.
Oh really?
The VLRT one. I don't know why. I'm on my way to the Necropolis, though.
Because we did an LRT. I still have the VLRT as well.
Oh.
Maybe I forgot to share that one. Sorry, my bad.
Let's see. Still in the party, right? Party. Cool. Okay, yeah. Okay, there I'm getting a neutralize this target now. For neutralize, Brant gets.
And he
Are you
is
there?
flying. Yes. How close are you?
I am 20 clicks out.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and dive in then. It'll be really interesting. You've seen what they've been talking about with the speed changes, right?
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting to see how that works. I'm quite excited for that, actually.
bunch of contacts, but
So that's the main target down. I got a little too close to my paint. That Revenant is a great gun.
yeah. Whoa! Woo!
Ooh, you okay there?
Yeah, I'm okay. Not
Okay.
showing any red.
All right, cool. Saw you take a little bit of a spin there.
Yeah, a little bit of debris sent me spinning. The buck does not have a lot of mass, but it looks like my paint's pretty much unscratched. Yeah.
We've got an HRT that should spawn here too. You can accept it and share it and see what that does.
Okay.
Yeah! Gets us right into the thick of things.
Oh.
Okay, I'm shooting this guy though. I hope it's not. I hope I didn't just bug the mission.
Yeah, I don't have the thing around him that says neutralize him. So I'm gonna. Oh, now I got it.
Got something.
Okay. Yeah, this guy is a bit chonkier. Ooh, something crashed into me.
Yeah, he's in a Valkyrie, so that's gonna be pretty chunky.
Okay, gotta recharge my shields.
I'm running low on ammo for my ballistics. Out of ammo, but he's having a hard time drawing a bead on me.
This is a pretty good demonstration of like the difference between flight characteristics of the 300i, which is, you know, the more capable fighter, but it's a lot less controllable compared to a 100i.
Action's at the ground.
Uh-oh.
I did not realize we were that low. Whoops.
You'll be missed, Vader. Let's see if I can...
Looks like you're getting some solid hits on that thing. But the Valkyrie is so tanky. Oh, there you go.
That is, okay. I'm seeing smoke. Let's get out of here. And I can hear them still chasing after me. They want me, but they can't have me.
Yeah, you can disengage pretty easily in the 300 series
Yeah,
from
it's
anything that you
pretty
don't
good
wanna be.
acceleration.
There's very little that can really keep up with it.
All right. Well, I think for me that is probably a pretty good happy ending for the stream. We got 2 missions done. We checked out the Origin line of ships, the luxury brand in Star Citizen, and I think just to kind of recap, a couple things that we talked about. Of course, you can get a 5% discount off your order at Monster Tech using code ODDJOB at checkout. The chair that we've been using these past couple streams is amazing, and I would highly recommend you check it out. I love the joystick mounts that Monster Tech built for me, so I've really liked working with them so far. And let's see, I will have a review of the chair coming out soon, as well as for the Bamboo X1C that I've been talking about. And if you have not started playing Star Citizen, I think now is probably the perfect time to get in, because you have the great new option through the Cutter, solid starter ship, $45 for lifetime insurance. So it is a great time to jump in and get started with us. If you're looking for an org to join, Odd Job Entertainment, we play somewhat regularly, and we get into all kinds of stuff. If you like what you see, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and let me know what you think. And until next time, this is Odd Job Entertainment, signing off.